In today's lesson, we'll be working on multiplying decimals, meeting the requirements for TEKS 5.3e and 6.3e. In 5th grade, you had already learned how to multiply whole numbers as large as 3 digits times 2 digits. And when you multiplied these whole numbers, you first began multiplying by the number in the ones place value. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Then you knew to put a placeholder in the ones position here because the 2, which is multiplied next, is in the tens position. So it's 2 tens times 1, which is 2, 2 times 2, which is 4, 2 times 3, which is 6. We're done multiplying, so now we're simply going to add. And when we add, we find that we get a product of 7,704. 321 times 24 is 7,704. In the next few slides, I'll show you how you can use what you already know about multiplying whole numbers for multiplying decimals. So on the previous slide, I reminded you that you already knew how to multiply whole numbers as large as 3 digits times whole numbers as large as 2 digits. And that, in fact, when you did that multiplication of two factors, you got a product of 7,704. Now let me show you how you can use what you already know about multiplying whole numbers to multiply decimals. So what if instead of 321, we had a factor of 3.21, or 3 21/100ths? And what if we multiply that not by 24, but by 2.4, or 2 4/10? The multiplication of these two factors will look identical to the multiplication of the two whole number factors you multiplied earlier. 3.21 times 2.4 is going to give you a result that looks very similar to the one that you got a moment ago. And let me show you how this works. We're still multiplying by the 4. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. We're still putting a placeholder. And then we're moving on to multiply the 2 times the 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3. And now we're going to add. When we add, what we'll find is that our product will look quite similar to the product we had just a moment ago. In fact, 7,704. Now here's where you now need to make some changes because you're multiplying with decimals rather than whole numbers. Once you get to your solution, to your product, you need to return to your factors and count. Count the numbers to the right of the decimal. So in 3.21, there are 2 digits, 2 and 1, that are to the right of the decimal. And in the number 2.4, the number 4 is to the right of the decimal. Add those together, and that tells you your product needs to have 3 numbers to the right of the decimal. So in order to have the correct product, I must place a decimal here so that the numbers 7, 0, and 4 follow the decimal. I now have 3 numbers to the right of my decimal, which tells me the product of 3.21 times 2.4 is 7.704, or 7 and 704 thousandths. So what if we were to work another example? What if I had 3 6/10 times 8/10? So 3.6 times 0.8. Well, I'm going to multiply with the 8. And so 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 3 is 24, plus the 4 is 28. My product is 288. But first, I need to go back and take a look at how many numbers, how many digits are to the right of the decimal in each of my factors. So the 6 is to the right, so there's 1. The 8 is to the right of the decimal in 0.8, so there's another one, which means my product must have 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So if the decimal in 288 is here at the end, I need to move it in once, twice, so that my product is 2.88, or 2 88/100ths. What if we tried another example? What if I had 0.436, or 436 thousandths, and I would multiply that by 2.03. I'm multiplying 436 times 203. When I get to my product, I'm going to come back to my factors to count digits to the right of the decimal. So I'm going to start here with the 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 1 is 10. 3 times 4 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. I put a placeholder. Oh, when I multiply by 0, I'm going to get nothing but zeros. So I simply put another placeholder and multiply using the 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. 2 times 4 is 8. And now I add. 8 and 0 make 8, zeros make 0, 3 and 2 make 5, 7 and 1 makes 8, and then 8. 88,508. But when I go back to my factors, I see that there are 3 digits to the right of the decimal in 0.436. And I see there are 2 digits to the right of the decimal in 2.03. For a total of 5 digits, which means my decimal, which is here, needs to move in 5 times so that I have 5 digits to the right of my decimal, making my solution 0.88508, or 88,508 hundred thousandths. Now let's try a somewhat unusual example. What if I had the decimal 0.0018, or 18 10,000ths, and I were multiplying this times 1.2. Once again, I'm going to multiply as I always have. First with the 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 is 3. Well, 2 times 0 is 0, 2, so there's no point in me multiplying there. So I'm going to move to here and put the placeholder. And now multiply by the 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. And now I add. I'm not multiplying the 1 times the zeros. So I come down here to add, and I find my answer is 6. 3 and 8 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 216. But remember, I need to go back to my factors and count the digits to the right of the decimal. So in that first factor, there were 4 digits to the right of the decimal, 0, 0, 1, and 8, for a total of 4. And in 1.2, there was 1 digit to the right of the decimal, the 2, for a total of 5 digits to the right. Now keep in mind, if my decimal is here at the end of my number, moving it once brings it here, twice brings it here, a third time brings it here. What do I need to do so that I can move the decimal 2 more times? If you're thinking add zeros, you're thinking exactly right. Move it the 4th time, add another 0, and move it the last time, and place my decimal. So that my solution is 0.00216. 0.0018, or 18 ten-thousandths, times 1.2, or 1 2/10, gives me a solution of 216 hundred-thousandths. So let's go ahead and wrap up this lesson. What I've tried to show you today is that you can take what you already know about multiplying with whole numbers and use it with multiplying decimals. So first, you're going to multiply as you always have. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. Put a placeholder, and now multiply using the 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And then we add. 4, 6 and 8 is 14. 8 and 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 6 and 1 makes 7. 7,344. But now we return to the factors, and we see that there is 1 digit to the right of the decimal in 21.6. There are 2 digits to the right of the decimal in 0.34, for a total of 3 digits, which means we need to move the decimal, which would sit here at the end of our number, in 3 times, so that it sits between the 7 and the 3, making our solution 7.344, or 7 344 thousandths.